Dear viewer, and welcome back to our playthrough of Pathologic 3. In the last episode, there was a lot of universe drops, or universe lore drops, and some twists that we didn't see expected. In summary, we managed to make it back to day 1, and it was discovered that the creation of the Sand Plague actually may have been Simon Kane's fault. That's right, the practical deity of the town of Gorkin created the sand pest alongside Isidore Barak, that's the Haruspex's father, to essentially give the people of his town a chance at ascension and immortality. Turns out that this particularly crafted disease, if you are cured of it, then you will achieve immortality. Also, we had a very out-of-body experience where we visited day 1 on the outside of Daniil's body. And people seem to have mistook us for Simon Kane himself, leading me to believe that there is, well, just like Santa Claus, there's a spirit of Simon in all of us. So it leads to the speculation that maybe Daniil, with his studies in Thanatica and finding out how to cure death, how to cure death, was specifically chosen from the capital based off of his studies, and that's the reason why he came to the town, because if there's anybody who can cure the sand pest that they have created, it would be Daniil. Starting off strong, Skilljoy is in the chat, says, sounds like a very straightforward plot. It is, Skill. That's why we're on part 22 of this easy to resolve, very straightforward linear story. Honestly, I think, back in the day, Super Mario Brothers was incredibly complicated. I mean, you had to save all of the Yoshis on Yoshi Beach and then defeat all of Bowser's sons. I don't know. And they all had different names. Some of them were actually, sorry, a small tangent. For nostalgia's sake, I started watching a playthrough of Super Mario World, and it's like one of the first sub bosses, you beat Iggy, but the way it's presented was just like, you finally defeated the demented Iggy. And I was like, you didn't have to do him dirty like that. His father abandoned him in a castle to essentially die to an Italian plumber who can jump good. You didn't have to call him demented. It's fine. It's rude. Anyway, sorry. To get right back into the point, we are going to continue with today and actually progressing towards the next somewhat chronological day that we haven't gotten to yet. Completely going in with no mental maps, no idea what to expect on day 10. As a reminder, dear viewer, there is the military presence and Karminski is still farting about, trying to make things worse for everybody. So, well, here's hoping. I believe that we still have patience on day 10. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but we are getting ever so much closer to day 12, where I believe the polyhedron will open for us, and all of our questions will be answered succinctly without any confusion or esoteric answer that requires interpretation. It'll be great. Skill comments. Yeah, demented feels like the announcer projecting. Yeah, it was a weird dig at an already beaten horse. I mean, the castle was already crumbled around him. It was messed up. And yep, so here we go on to day 10. And of course, as always, dear viewer, if you enjoy what you watch today, may I recommend subscribing so that you can always find your way back home. All right, so here we are on day 2. Is there anything interesting on day 2? No, because the only thing I have here is the study. I've already used Once Had a Love, and it was a blast, but it soon turns out I used the Shard of Glass, and now we have no hidden things to actually explore, so we're going to go ahead. And yes, I'm sure you saw, dear viewer, I have been using my resources to smash every single piece of IKEA furniture. Jesus Christ, that's so many. It's a good thing I, went on a bit of a vandalism spree, because hot damn, that eats a lot of amalgam. But without further ado, let's go to day 10. Let's see, will I be stopped by the Weasley Inspector? No. Wait, you're the assistant to one of the inspectors. I forget who you are. You say that you're on my side, but I completely forget if you are. Again, I refuse to talk. So, you've chosen to lay yourself completely bare to the inspector. Do you think he's on your side, or is there some other reason for such candor? I think no one's on my side here. The inspector will be back any moment. He'll ask what happened with the Inquisitor Karminski on the 10th day. What will you tell him? Why don't you tell me who you are first? My name is Irais. I'm 27-year-old. I can calculate cubic roots in my head. Thank you for your dating profile. By the way, pretty strong start, not gonna lie. You have my attention. I love sparkling water. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so you're into however you pronounce that correctly. I'm proficient with smoothbore and rifled firearms. Oh, now we're getting to the saucy bit of the dating profile. I have perfect memory and no fingerprint on the ring finger of my left hand. Okay, it started off saucy with the firearm talk, and then it just kind of, I thought, no, okay. And my grandfather founded your academy. 2 of the above are false. Oh, we don't have time to play 2 truths and a lie right now. I'm in interrogation for not only my life, but the life of everyone I've ever associated with ever. But, call me if those have been invented yet. I think that's enough for you. Now, will you tell the inspector about Inquisitor Karminski's actions on the 10th day? Skilljoy says, she seems like a keeper. Cubic roots and guns? Count me down as scare-roused. Yep, we have a real winner here. But no, my heart is with Eva, wherever timeline that may be. Do you mean his fascination with mirrors? Wrong. The correct answer is you don't know what Inquisitor Karminski was doing. Even if you think you do. Even if it seemed like he was being candid with you. That is the truth. You aren't aware of his true mission, so don't mislead anyone. Oh, he wasn't sent here to save the town? Do you have any idea how many towns like that there are in our country? Hundreds. And we only have 17 Inquisitors. Oh, it's just like OSHA. Trust me, the inspector cares about the fate of Inquisitor Karminski proportionately to those numbers. And the more you reveal about it, the clearer your own involvement will be. I think that's the second time I've mentioned OSHA in this playthrough, and that feels very low. Skilljoy says that his heart belongs to Tater Tot. Fair. It is. I hope, Skill, I'm going to be honest with you, and to you as well, dear audience. We did a lot of things during the previous day. I know that we saved Tater Tot's life, but I didn't see Tater Tot at some point in a day where I thought he should have been saved. And I'm terrified going into day 10 that I'm not going to see my beautiful bovine boy. So fingers crossed. I don't care what happens to Karminski. Karminski was probably lynched in the streets. I'll find out today, sounds like. But it is not as much of a concern to me as my beautiful baby boy. I am involved. Not the way you think. Anyway. Enjoy your firearms and cubed roots. Yep, we have nothing in our mental map for day 10. So let's start the day afresh. I loved Nina like a sister? What? What? They closed my hospital?
In every shard.
What? Why? Why did they close the hospital? The plague is still plaguing. All right, hold on. Before I talk to you, I gotta check my mail. All right. From the Haruspecs. Did you write this on human skin? Barack, why can't you do anything normal, you weird, terrifying creature? Thanks for the blood, Onion. Don't call me anywhere today. I'm investigating here and there. I'll tell you tomorrow. Fair warning, I may not return. If I don't return, I won't tell you. Barack, that is faultless logic there, Barack. And a note from the Canes? Dear Bachelor Denkovsky, we have been informed that there was gunfire at Town Hall this morning, and General Block, who arrived the day before, has been gravely wounded. In military parlance, this could mean anything, from a light scratch to an agonizing death. The officer who assumed command requested orderlies be sent. We believe, if we are indeed talking about a wound, they need not be orderlies, but a doctor. We only ask you, dear Bachelor, be careful and take care of yourself. Respectfully yours, Vitold Dyatlov, Guardian of the House of Cain. All right, sorry. The title of today is very concerning to me. I don't have any patients today? Why don't I have any patients today? I know, I need to get back to you. I promise I'll get back to you and cure you so I can get that one and then just shove it into day 10. People. Nina. Maria. Who's Nina? Serafima, Ratling, Rat Prophet, Simon Kane, that's fine. Katerina Sabarova. Who's Nina? Who is Nina? I don't have a Nina here, unless I'm reading it wrong. Who is Nina? Nina! Wait, the other Inquisitor? Is that? No. No? Yes? I think that was the name of the other Inquisitor. Skill asks, they shut the hospital down? I don't know. I'm not so far. I mean, that's what the subtitle said. And do you have something for me? No. That's what the subtitle said. And that's also what... and I have no patience for today. And there's a critical event that happens today. And then riots broke out on day 11. You've got to be kidding me. All right, what am I even going to put here? All right, what's red? Red is insurrection. So let me try to reduce the insurrection. I think this is kind of pointless. I think this is a very specific point in time that I can't control. I want to reduce unrest, but I don't think I have anything that will further reduce unrest. Oh, and they took my orderlies? No, I still have my orderlies. Let's do that. I don't have anything else that I really want to implement at this time. What do we have? What's this one again? Curfew. Yeah, people love that. Okay, so it looks like we can't proceed unless we resolve this critical event, so that's unfortunate. Let's talk to you, Eva.
House, a knife of brass, a friend in words. These are all glass.
Sometimes I try to picture how this ends. One more time with feeling. Sometimes I try to picture how all this ends, and I can't accept that there's only one ending. So many possibilities, yet all of them have to pass through the eye of a needle. It feels like such a meager thought somehow. It's like someone's trying to force an ending on me, one that isn't the one that should be. You can feel the world flicker, can't you? How sometimes you can walk both sides of a street at once? I think it should be the same with great decisions. Then what gives them value? What gives them weight if everything can be redone? Can you dance? A little, just waltz, and even that without love. An unexpected question. I've done it on occasion. I have danced on occasion. Whether it's any good is, well, let's move on. They say Simon danced splendidly in his youth. A dance isn't just the body's grace, it's the mind's grace. And you still haven't learned to think like a dancer, Daniil. You must know the unfathomable beauty that is twerking and grinding. Because I'm a dancer. I'm not a dancer, I'm a doctor. I'm serious, you know. A dancer is light and not afraid to move in circles. What matters to him is how every figure in the hall moves, not the exact point where he stops. Like the smallest particles of matter, they're in a constant dance too. This is correct. Talk about partners in your new novels. Particles is Simon as well, not one of your novels. No. It's the journey, not the destination. That's what people say when they can't reach the destination they set. That's not true. When you really begin to feel Simon's path, you'll know that. I feel it already. I do, because thank you for the amalgam, sweetie, pie, honey bunch. All right. So let's see here. Nope, nothing there. Get this stuff. Get my daily bread, as it says. All right. Bedlam. Oh, yes, that's right. The assassin. Oh, my gosh. Hey, so that's a lot of unhappy people. It's like the town's got a rash or something. All right, first off, Tater Tot. Sorry, I just need to jam out for a second. I can only do it once. Very good. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Oh, this room's open now. This is lovely. There was a bull here. There was a bull here. It's gone now. There was a bull here. Now there's a paper bull. Yes, the tracks lead here. I've never been here before. What is this place? A woman lived here. She had strange projects. This is a strange place. Seems the bull isn't here. If only I could take the bull. I think I can picture how to fold it. You can't sneak up on people like that. Hello, I'll talk to you in just a second. Let me just read Diary from the Empty Room. Correlations with the animism of traditional peoples and the natural perception of non-living as living. However, even the educated part of the population is convinced that Cana is capable of working miracles, such as resurrecting the dead, animating dolls, and instilling in people a certain fever that drives them. Sacred filth is not the same as physiological filth. Waste from the water tower must not be buried in the steppe. Worms, ordinary annelid worms, will devour it and spread it in all directions. This filth is remarkably tenacious. Sometimes I stand over the tanks with this disturbingly brown liquid. So underestimates me, I would never. An animated bottle of Twirine. The shape is characteristic and recognizable, elongated neck. The bottle walked on little hooves and sang to me. I need to talk to Cana about this. I hate you. Why can't you be like the wonderful Stamatins? Why do our creations always require a sacrifice? I would kill you if... Okay. All right, so it looks like Tater Tot has, decided to lose a little bit of weight. But now you're paper thin! Let's move on. What do you want? You've managed to leave the room. You mean I might have not? The Stillwater is a worthy house. It came out well. Still, it could use some rules like the cathedral. Not the same rules, of course, its own rules. Without rules, spaces come apart at the seams, like badly woven fabric. You can fall through these tears, and never come back again. Tater Tot's disappeared. Did you see where he'd gone? Did someone take him away again? A bull always finds grass. He must have smelled it here, broken in. He's a mighty one, however much you poke him with your needles. But if you munch on grass that's growing out of a tear in reality, it's easy to fall through. I saved the bull from a kitchen knife. I'll save him from a tear, too. Tell me what I should do. Why do you think he needs saving this time? Never thought you could fall through to a better place? This is my bull. I've grown attached to him. I'd let him go if I were you. You grew bored here. It's the wrong to sentence those you love to boredom, but I'm not you. And that's actually terrifying, dear viewer. This is always the curse that I'm terrified of doing myself. If you're going to look for him, check the polyhedron. What does the polyhedron have to do with this? Why do you think the polyhedron makes sound in the wind? It only looks like it's made of paper and mirrors. It's really made of holes or of voids. And through these voids, the wind of time blows, howling. All roads lead to the eternal city. All tears lead to the polyhedron. Okay, I'll remember that. Perhaps I have a chance to look for my bowl in the polyhedron at some point. And you disappeared. Very good. All right, fine. But why did you leave such a weird simulacra of yourself? You have a very disturbing sense of humor, Tater. Oh, okay. Hello, Eva. Daniil, wait. You really do know about, well, death? Why are you giving this strange look? You know that to defeat your enemy, you must look him in the face, right? Lift your visor and look him straight in the eye, if you're a knight. When battling death, one must be a wise strategist rather than a warrior. Death doesn't exist, Daniil. I truly do believe that. Eva, give me your hand. Do you want to talk about something? I did, but not with words. Eva? Sorry, I mean, we haven't even got on a first date yet, but all right. What is it? The fact that death doesn't exist. I don't understand, but I see I won't get anything else out of you. All right. Today seems very ominous, and it hasn't even started. I barely even left the still water. Sorry, I just need to hit this real quick. Do you have a mirror back here? You sure do. Hello, folks. Sorry. Hope none of that got on you. Or maybe I do. I don't know. So far, you haven't gone in my way so far. So I'm not exactly sure if you're a detriment to my work or not. But first things first. If my cow is at the polyhedron, I will go to the polyhedron. Wait, who? Georgie has scheduled another meeting with me. All right, fine. I guess I'll go see Georgie. All right. Do I have tradables? I have no tradables. This is not very good. I would love Oh god, I thought you were Clara. What the hell? What? But I just... What the hell? That's not Eva. They say that in the second of falling, the roof jumpers always regret they jumped. This way is for those who have no life left in them at all, or for superhumans. Poor girl, how did this happen? Some say Eva was in love with a man who didn't notice her feelings. No, Skilljoy says kids killing again? No, so far it sounds like Eva jumped off of the church. But one reason why I don't believe it is because I don't know. Eva, I don't know. Let me get through this. Others say she wanted to give her soul to the cathedral. It was never consecrated, you know. It's just standing here empty. Or that was her fate. I think it was just her time. The hour has struck her chest through. Instead of making theories, you can help me move the body. The orderlies will take it away later. I don't want to. So fragile she was, almost transparent, but she hardly broke at all. Skill says, oh, well, she's fine. Death doesn't exist, right? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because, you know, Eva also kind of follows my story non-linearly as well, you know? So maybe, like, this is why I'm in such disbelief. There's also a part of me that feels like, at the end of the day, if I go back to the still water, I'm still going to find her. It's, again, this is one of those weird time things that's really kind of doing my head in. Okay. No matter. I know how to save her. She was alive yesterday. She will tell me what was torturing her. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, okay. What? Can I break these? It won't break. What? None of these mirrors will break? What did you make these out of? Heron, where's Karminski? What brings you here, Doctor? Trouble with decrees again? No problem. Tell me, Heron, why are there so many mirrors here? As you are well aware, Karminski devotes much of his time to the study of impossible objects. One of these, the so-called polyhedron, incorporates mirrors into its structure. Consequently, the properties of mirrors are an interest to the Inquisition. Why won't these mirrors break? And why were you trying to break them? Still, in a sense that may prove useful, I shall inform Karminski that you failed to break one as well. I don't follow you. The Inquisitor is assisted in his research by Maria Cana. Today she said that the mirrors installed in the cathedral can only be broken by the one for whom they were placed. The cathedral itself decides who may shatter them and who may not. A curious phenomenon. Karminski immediately ordered the mirrors to be installed, yet he himself cannot break them, although their presence here is entirely the result of his own will. Are you certain you're not mistaken? Maria helping Karminski? She despises him. He destroyed her father's mind. On a human level, Maria Cana certainly has reasons to resent the Inquisition. Her father suffered grievously, but experience shows that she has risen above this. Reasonable people are guided not by feelings, but by the prospects that open before them. In reference to Eva, Skilljoy says, yeah, she's out of time, pun intended. No, we don't joke about Eva's death right now. I'm still very raw. Eva was as a constant companion to me as Tater Tot is to you, Skill, and I hope you take that internally. And let that marinate. All that remains is to understand what these prospects are. All right, I was so excited to see all the mirrors. How did I let this happen? She jumped. She was serious. She really got up there. Don't worry. I can fix this. That's not why I'm not heartbroken right now. I will fix that. Sorry. Before I go see Georgie, I might as well try to make my way up the polyhedron. Okay. I'm here for my cow. No. Absolutely rude. Alright, I'm gonna go check that loot box down there, see if I can get some tradables, get some more calomel, then go see Georgie and find out what that situation was. I can't... Why did Eva spend her last semblance to tell me not to be afraid of death? Why did she... I'm not sure I understand. Well, I hope I find out soon. All right. I am going to try to prevent it, but then again, I don't know. Is she going to do something which prevents me from actually stopping from this point in time? Sorry, I'm here. I'm present with you. What do you want, Georgie?
A touch is an attentive look, or a keen word. One can touch with their hands too, but that is a hard skill to learn.
Good day, Bachelor. Do you believe yourself ready for today's lesson? Yes, I've been to the focus. I know what Simon did. Good. You have not forgotten. I trust that I am, first and foremost, a judge, and today I invite you to sit in judgment upon Simon. What's the point of trying a man post-mortem? What do you mean? The accused can no longer be punished nor released in peace? First of all, courts exist not only for the accused, but for the injured, for the witnesses. Second, you only imagine that it no longer matters to the accused. It very much does. Fine, perhaps you're right. I would ask you to observe the proper order of the trial. Are you prepared to bring charges against Simon? In what precise form? Simon Kane, in collusion with Isidore Barak, deliberately infected the town with the plague. I cannot serve as judge to my own brother. It would be improper. Yet I'd like to speak as a witness for the defense. I'm listening. I shall not enumerate all that my brother has done for this town. I shall not insist upon that point that, de facto, he is its creator. I propose, rather, that we regard his actions from a different height. Simon was an answer, for everyone and at all times, and thus, by a certain inevitability, he became the question. No one... Explain yourself more clearly. Simon never sought dominion. He wished to inspire and to teach, yet he was, by any measure, extraordinarily strong. All felt that strength. Some wished to make use of it. Others bent before it, though he asked no one to bend. And in time, the town nearly forgot how to stand on its own. Could not so much as take a step without leaning upon Simon. Then he understood that his design had failed. So he threw everyone overboard so they would learn to swim for themselves? So he realized that he must depart, that errors demand payment. K-Cactus says, I don't understand anything. Well, don't worry, K-Cactus. Neither do I. And I've been playing this game for quite some time. Georgie's whole situation is that he believes that I am and I'm starting to realize this as well, I am some sort of emissary or some part of Simon Kane's grand design to essentially weed out the weak elements of the town of Gorkin and leave only those who are independent and have that are sure of heart, that will work for the greater good of everyone, and the rest that just mooch off the system, they'll disappear. In that kind of explanation, whether it's true or not, does remind me a bit of like BioShock, doesn't it? So yeah, we're playing BioShock today, except there's not a lot of water. And nobody used the term Big Daddy ever in my chat ever. Others pay for his errors. And do you suppose it could have been otherwise? Very well. Let there have been no epidemic. Do you truly believe that nothing else would have risen in its place? That Karminski was surely presented to you as his favorite theory? That reality strives to rid itself of impossible objects? Our town is impossible by design. Simon was the one who made it possible. Without Simon, the world presses us out. I read Simon's letter to Isidore. He says differently there, that he deliberately prepared a trial for the town, for the strong to survive and the weak, well, good riddance. Imagine this, you are entirely certain that misfortune will befall your own creation once you are gone. What would you choose? An unknown calamity you can't even name, or the one whose shape you understood? I wouldn't choose it all. What I would do is simply not abandon my creation. Consider, the town beheld the sand plague 5 years ago. The O'Duns in the steppe knew how to boil their dead gruel, the first step toward a vaccine. Isidore writes 2 letters, one to you, one to his son, physicians of differing schools. And that girl, Clara, they say, did not wake in the cemetery without purpose. Stage managing it doesn't make it any less monstrous. Remember, Simon proceeded from the premise that calamity was inevitable. The balance between earthly life and the miracles he maintained here would collapse one way or another. Yes, he did choose the manner of its collapse. And in that choice, he discerned a chance for growth, a chance for miracles to reign at last, miracles that will finally become dependable, because people will have earned them for themselves and would be able to hold them. Or they won't. He left me a message, only after his death. Before that, I knew nothing. You cannot imagine how enraged I was, how I hated him myself. It was a cruel message of ordeal, of the necessity of outgrowing oneself. Yet, there was also Isidore's message, a single, hurriedly scratched line. When we were returning to town, he was weeping. Isidore is another matter entirely. Why did he agree? It's not like he is also... I was also curious about this. Because apparently Simon and Isidore created the Sand Pest, and I always wondered, what's in it for Isidore? Because I don't know if Isidore has the same type of immortality. I mean, we did actually see a body, and we buried it. And I know this sounds very, simple to, use Schrodinger's cat type of situation. But to me, oh no, but what does that mean for Eva? Ugh. Basically, like, what I was getting at is there is a tangible body in this world, so to speak. Does that mean that Isidore is absolutely ultimately dead? There was nothing to say that Isidore was another enlightened being like Simon. And then I got terrified because there is a body of Eva in front of the church. But but hold on, another thing. I saved you, Georgie. You're not an immortal being as far as I'm aware of. I saw you get shanked. I went back in time and prevented that. I can save Eva too. I'm sorry. My mind's still on that because Eva's also entangled with the weird happenings of time. I'm really kind of worried that she's did it somehow permanently. Anyway, we move on. I do not know. Truly, I do not. Yet the mere fact that Simon could persuade Isidore is, to my mind, an argument for the defense. You did not know Isidore. He could not be pressed nor compelled, and he always placed people first. Therefore, Simon proved to him that the plague was the lesser evil. I suppose so. Bachelor, you may disbelieve me, you may disagree. You may find my arguments unpersuasive. You sit as judge. I ask you to remember only this. There is no parlor game of courts. You truly are Simon's judge. He called for you so that you would judge him. In the end, it is your actions that will become his sentence, or his acquittal. I already understand that. He's waiting to see whether I accept his path or refuse it. This I do truly believe. Ooh, I have marbles. Okay, so it looks like, so there is a twisted logic in this. And it's not great. I mean, like, I'm not for it necessarily, but it is an interesting thought experiment where essentially, it's like, and to be fair, knowing what we know now, Simon was technically correct. I mean, regardless of whether the sand plague came or not, Karminski was still going to show up. Eva, I'll fix that. What I'll do, before I repeat today, I'm going to go back to yesterday and talk to Eva. I don't want that to be hanging over long. All right, but before we do too much, we only have one plague district. Maybe I can still battle the Shabnak. Actually, hold on. While I'm here, let me go back and see, actually, how many charges do I only have 7. So let me go ahead and refill my whatever so that I can shoot it at the demon for maximum damage to the plague. Yeah, she's not here. Okay. I'll still fix it. I will fix it. I don't know, it's just... I liked Eva. I don't know. Good people shouldn't have bad days. All right. Let's move on here. All right, let's go, let's explore the plague zone and see about, there we go. Let me go about, seeing if the Shabnak appears. I have to cut through the hospital. Actually, while I'm here, shut up very much. Today is a really bad day for me. My pet died, or my pet is been absconded to some other earthly plane. One of my closest companions jumped off a church without telling me why. No, it looks like my hospital is open. All right, well, let me go see what the fuss is all about. Karminski? No, Little, sorry. Let me just, sorry. Let me... There we go. Because I am going to be doing some time hopping today, and I need as much as I can get. Hit. No. Sorry, I'll talk to you in just a second, Little. I don't have any patience today. All right. Talk to me, Little.
If we say a single person, it has not been in vain already.
Hello, Doctor. Today we have... What's the opposite of a full house in theater? This is what we have. The opposite. We have no patients, at least not the ones who would have the plague that didn't immediately kill them. How do we make today's vaccine? But there are some patients, at least. Yes, it turns out that your only patient for today is yours truly. I already filled in the profile. I'm stunned. Let me see the papers and discuss this in detail. What? My own assistant? Wait, hold on. What? You're going to die? Oh, for crying out loud. I know I made fun of you a whole lot, but that... I really did like you.
She is a quack, but her hands do ease the pain. The girl Clara.
Dear viewer, this is a very upsetting episode. It's all falling apart, man. All right. I'm so sorry, Doctor. So much work to do, and I slipped. I feel terrible letting you down like this. Don't reproach yourself, Yakov. You have done so much for the hospital these days, for people and for me. You have more than earned a respite. We both know, Doctor, that is a respite no one comes back from. I'm not resting, not just yet. As long as my legs hold me up, I'm working. Look at what you're doing to yourself. This is why you fell ill. You never allow yourself a minute of rest. What else can I do? I have no degree. I never went to the university. Hard work was the only way that I could make up for my ignorance. What use am I otherwise? It doesn't matter now anyway. You mattered, Yakov. These things are pointless. You showed up. That's the hardest thing anybody can do, but you always showed up. That means a million to those that matter. Are you certain it is the plague? Did the test confirm it? Of course. I test our orderlies daily. They walk the infested districts all the time. Even with masks, there's no guarantee. But I go nowhere, so I neglected to test myself for a couple of days. Today I did, and there it was. Positive. I still can't believe it. Oh, I believed it straight away. I was even glad. You know what I mean. 3 hours since the test and no ulcers? That means a second diagnosis is in place. My blood could be used to make a vaccine. So nothing has changed, really. I'm just on the wrong side of the screen now. Before saying nothing troubles you, please remember how much I detest patients that are too patient for their own good. For once in your life, Yakov, I'm asking you to complain. It is for a good cause. Okay. Let's do this. Shortness of breath. Slight shortness of breath. I noted it in my chart just in case, but it might be my imagination. I've been exposed to some chemicals here, or developed an allergy, I mean. I'm here around the clock. I sleep here too. It's no use going all the way home for 2 hours of sleep. Yakov, you need a proper examination. Was he always this thin? With this job, you'd lose weight without any diagnosis. Still, rapid weight loss is alarming. What is it? Low weight. So, yeah. Dystrophy. Heart rate's fine. No, just the normal pimples and dimples. But I did see something on your arms. Some kind of skin symptoms just starting to manifest. Easy to mistake it at such an early stage. Seems to be blackening. Some sort of rash, maybe? Let's see. Multiple scissors and speckles size red can be black and green. Put rash for now. Okay. Anything else? No? I'm sorry, dear viewer. It's just... I don't know. It's heartbreaking. Just seems to be a normal birth thing. Birthmark. All right. For Yakov, let's do this right. Come on.
I used to play the piano when I was a kid, but the skill got erased over time.
I've come to realize being a patient is a job in itself, the labor of idleness, and I never expected doing nothing to be such exhausting work. Then let us take a break from it and do something useful, like discuss your symptoms. I had a dream, Doctor, just the other day. I was answering your questions. It was an exam, one that would allow me to become a real doctor, not the amateur that I am. They say dreams hold truth, and here I am answering your questions. Yet, this is a different sort of test, isn't it? Let us not succumb to sentimentality. Now is not the time. I just hope the vaccine is ready in time. You have noticeably lost weight in mere days. Have I? I suppose I haven't had time to sit down for a meal, but you're right, Doctor. My clothes hang loose on me now, and they were a perfect fit just a week ago. I chose my best suit for this post. Wanted to look the part. I must admit, having to diagnose my own assistant is disorienting. Give me a moment. I need time to think. All right. So far, we do have rash, but I don't think it's eczema, ichthyosis, forming pattern of dark tone spots resembling scales and sepulated. It's very early, the skin disease that you have. But if I take out the rash, I'm left with quite a few things here. Consumption? All right, so what do we have? We have everything but mucous membranes and eyes. This has mucous membranes and eyes. This doesn't have mucous membranes and eyes. So let's test out the mucous membranes. 10th day of the plague, Morrow, single self-taught doctor. What I'll do is, I'll do this. I know this is dumb, but I want to talk to him about
Signs follow Maria
his skin.
like iron follows a magnet. It's uncanny.
I've been too indiscriminate flagging systems that may not be relevant. I shudder to think of a lecture I would give you if you presented me with such a cluttered chart. It happens to the best of us. Okay. All right, so all right, so fine, you caught me. I don't know. I picked every sort of skin disease that I saw, but the only thing I have is rashes. So what I'm going to do is, it's either, let me take this off because step gastrodermal fever. So we're going to test your mucous membranes
This
and...
plague only breaks out in our region. It's fun somehow.
Yeah, sorry.
My head spins after I visit.
We're going to go with mucous membranes. Okay, great. And let me test this out. All right. Oh, there you are. Oh, little. Okay, the disease is present in the mucous membranes. So let's see. So it's not consumption. Could be serpent syndrome, but it's not step gastrodermal fever. So what is serpent syndrome? An infectious disease resulting from skin infections caused by the fungus Hycinium petaceum. The fungus is typical for eastern and southern provinces. Cases of infection in the empire's north are unknown. Presumably, the fungus infects impoverished people weakened by malnutrition. However, native steppe people seem to possess a certain immunity to this fungus. Northerners moving to steppe provinces lack such immunity and are now more frequently affected. The disease starts with localized skin lesions that can later cover a significant portion of this patient's skin. Untreated cases lead to exhaustion, digestive system disorders, and damage to mucous membranes. All discharges from infected individuals are contagious, and the patients require isolation and care with enhanced nutrition. Okay, well, I have a feeling that this isn't right. But, I'll go with serpent syndrome. Let me talk to you one more time.
You can't beat iron with straw. Try hammer.
What notes do I have here? None. Okay. And I have nothing else to ask you. Let me
Find out about us?
Let me look at your skin again. Yes, thin. He has some sort of skin symptoms just starting to manifest, easy to mistake at such an early age. So he has something. I don't know if it's a rash or nothing, but we're gonna go with, yeah. So let me check out serpent syndrome and see if they have any. Ichthyosis is one of them. And ichthyosis is uneven skin pigmentation. All right, we're gonna lock this in. Okay. All right. Oh, screw you, day 10. Okay. All right, where are we proceeding forward? Oh, yes, to the infected district. So we're going to go this way. I'm sorry, dear viewer. It's just, you know, you grow to care for these characters and their eccentricities and everything like that. It's... I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm going insane.
Are you here, Shabnak?
I'm going insane.
You are. All right, let's take our time. Actually, wait, do I have matches? I sure do. Okay. Let's go find your tree. Let me turn up the volume of my headset real quick. All right. What about this whole scatter shot? So I have 2 zones that I need to check. I hear you. Sorry, I'm just listening, dear viewer. It's here somewhere. No, I was closer when I was on the other side of this building. There you are. Okay. Let me proceed back to the town hall. Or better yet, let me just dispel you today. I could actually just leave this way. Ooh, hey, I didn't realize I was so low on health. My apologies. All right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. What is clear all points? There. Okay. So, let's go. Let's find the cure for routine. What? Reminders, yes, restore this evening. I'll get into that in just a moment and read through that. I have a few things that I want to do first. Open up. Okay. Why are you here so early? I brought the reports for today's patients. I came to do prescriptions. Thank you, 33. Until all the patients for the vaccine cannot be obtained, you can check the personal files who were missed. I was right. Doctor, reporting. I'm feeling a bit better today. I try not to waste time and use it while I can for work. Don't scold me for this. We both know that the time allotted to me is short, and it's more pleasant to go to the grave with a sense of duty fulfilled, since not going is impossible. Still your assistant, Yakov Little. Even in death you serve, Yakov. Okay, let's go back to the town hall and banish the Shabnak for the day, so at least we got that going for us. Okay. I'm sorry, that really took the wind out of my sails. I apologize. I usually am a little bit more animated, but I promise I will get right back to it. But it's just, I've seen the disappearance of one friend and the death, well, not literally, but the soon-to-be the death of two. Well, you know what I mean. Eva's gone. Yakov's days are numbered. Hooray. All right, let's get going. It's a sad, I don't know, because, like, the truth is, like, maybe I can save Eva, and I plan to, as soon as this day is over, which is going to be relatively soon this evening. A couple of hours left. Skilljoy says, Pathologic 3, the game of happy sunshines. Yeah. I am too much in the light right now.
As if things are animated.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happened to... I think this is the first time I've been here since the occupation. I'd say I love what you did with the place, but, you don't look so hot. But if you'll excuse me, I want to check if there are mirrors. Lots of people standing around doing absolutely nothing. Good for you all. Did you throw somebody in the stockade? Already? Right, I forgot about you. This might have been my fault. This is just the beginning, medical man. General Block is dead, and tomorrow, death will conquer the whole town. And this is all you're doing. I want you to remember it every waking moment. It was not Lara who killed Block. It was you who killed him by locking me here. And tomorrow, you shall kill the whole town. I just want everyone to survive, both Lara and Block. There must be a way to save everyone. You like to think that you're the main character, and that there are good and evil there are good and evil in this life. In reality, life is a choice between evil and even worse evil. But you're too stubborn to admit that, and you keep choosing the more short-sighted of the two evils, which means the most evil one. Are you suggesting I choose between murder of one and death of many? It's called blackmail. It's called reality, and the sooner you accept it and stop acting up, the better for everyone. Nicely said. The classic move of the evil, convincing everyone that it is unavoidable, won't work. You got that, Thanos? I don't care if you're inevitable. I have time powers. All right, here we go. How's the patient today? Why are all the soldiers so young looking? That's so sad. Are you the orderly? Why have they sent only one? I've asked for at least two. I'm Dr. Daniil Denkovsky. Why would you need orderlies? A doctor. We've no need for a doctor. As you can see, need orderlies to take the body away, to wipe the blood. What's happened here? What does it look like? General Block has been killed. He's only arrived yesterday, just barely off the train, and here goes, and here goes. Some lunatic with a pistol. Now we're standing here waiting for orders. And orderlies. Whose orders? Not clear yet. We're waiting for orders. Can't even report it properly to anyone. There's no communication in town to speak of. Who's done this? Have you caught the killer? Catch her my foot. She's just bumped him off right here, threw her 2-shot down and turned herself in. Don't need no detectives for this one. Everyone saw it. We've taken her to the cellar. She's in a cell now. What did she do that for? How should I know? I haven't asked. Let the court-martial sort it out. They'll shoot her down, sure as can be. Can I talk to her? I tell you, she's in a cell. Wait, stop. And who are you, huh? Coming in here, sniffing around. I understand you just arrived yesterday. I'll excuse your tone this once. Oh, it's you. Bachelor Dankovsky? The general spoke of you. Sorry for not recognizing you. Means you'll be rich, as the old saying goes. Not a saying I'm familiar with. I hope so. The most important riches of this town right now are ammo and medicine. Sorry, bud. He could have been hanged as a lesson to honest men. He could have died at the hands of an invincible enemy. But while heroic deaths passed the commander by, a small bullet waited in a pistol. I didn't even really get a chance to talk to him. See, that's the problem, you know. And was it you, Clara? Were you the one that killed? Yes? Lara. Oh no, Lara, why are you in jail? Why did you kill him? Tell me the most important thing. Is Alexander Block dead, or have they managed to save him? So it's true then. It was you who killed him, but why? This is unlike you. How would you know what kind of woman I am? How would you know what's like me and what's not? Answer me one question. Have you got a father? I have. Tell me about him. Is your father a good man? Is he alive? Do you love him? I do. Would you like me to tell you of my father? He used to love maths. I still remember him sitting on the veranda by the evenings, writing Is that how you spell veranda? I didn't know. I don't think I've ever had occasion to spell veranda because I'm incredibly poor. Writing formulas in his notebook. He used to say he loved their beauty. He used to dream of a university career. He wanted to teach, but the times have decided otherwise. The motherland called him, and he answered the call because he thought it was the right thing to do. That this was how it should be. And then his battery was assigned to the caustic Fords. Have you heard of the caustic Fords? I haven't. It was a day of shame. My father was the captain of an artillery battery. They talk a lot about the Fords now, but they're always omitting the ugliest, filthiest details. For example, the matter of our troops launching artillery strikes at uncharted territories. Upon receiving the order to shoot at a town, my father required the headquarters to provide recon data, a confirmation that there were no civilians inside. You know what they told him? That they had no time for that they needed to catch the enemy unawares. My father refused to follow the order. This is war. Any death in the war is a senseless one, a useless one. Heroism is fiction. The man who gave the order to have my father shot for insubordination was Alexander Block. To this day, it remains unknown how many people died in those barbaric shellings at the Fords. The military never talk of things like that. Any spilled blood can be excused with a noble cause. This is starting to be a little... The sad truth is that this sort of thing will never stop being a relevant point in history, no matter where you place it. Well, the vengeance is done. How are you feeling? Do you feel any better? I've only done what I had to do, what was needed. Now come what may. The House of the Living will be closed without you. Your deed has destroyed everything you yourself had created. Tell me, was it worth it? Go away. Just go. I want to be alone, at least here in the cell. God dang it, Lara. I fought so hard to keep you alive, I threw somebody in jail. If it turns out that you have caused well, if I don't figure out something right soon, then the town is going to descend into chaos literally tomorrow. I'll go this way. And then there's nothing I can do for anyone. Nothing any of us can do. Jeez, these fart things. I'm not saying I don't know. Patients are waiting for me. I haven't diagnosed the patient correctly. Didn't I just do this? Okay, I have a few things that I need to do. Back off. Okay. Shush. Yeah, I should... Oh, there's... What? There's someone here. What? Who are you? Where did you come from?
Nina kinda held my hand once. Look, the burn is still there.
What? Nina Kane. No, Nina was the matriarch of the Kane family, wasn't it? She's not on my records because I've never met her because she died before. No, she was Victor's wife, and then... let's move on. You're back, Doctor. Then we can still do it. I think we can. I found the second patient. It means we have the necessary minimum for the vaccine. You're burning the candle at both ends, Yakov. I see that you're working again when I explicitly recommended rest. I cannot rest when we finally have a chance. The patient is Kira, a woman of learning. She arrived in her town... she arrived in her own accord, not as a patient, though, as a petitioner. Said she had some business with you. I noticed she had a fever and took a blood sample on the off chance. And yes, she has the plague. Ooh, talking too much. Hold on. You're glad to take a break, Yakov, for your own sake. I'll take it from here. All right, Kira, let's see what's wrong with you. Love your white hair. You've got some sort of eye occlusion going on right now. Let me just mark that down right quick. Vision. I'm going to say red eyes? You got some red eyes. Yeah, I'm going to say that's red eyes. I prefer the logical approach. No emotion, no bias, nothing but analysis and hypotheses which are then proved or disproved. Do you agree? I agree completely. This is the whole reason why I became a scientist. What troubles you? I have to admit I didn't expect to become a patient. I've just been diagnosed with the sand pest thanks to your assistant. It's all so sudden. I had a somewhat different issue in mind when I walked into your hospital. What brings you to the hospital, then? I'm a teacher in a private house. My employer, Stakoviak, provides room and board. I arrived 6 months ago. A town that didn't have a school piqued my curiosity. I realize I'm a stranger. I'm likely to misjudge the current events. Trust a fellow stranger. Whenever it seems that something's off in this town, the magnitude of trouble will exceed expectations. So when the epidemic started, my employer was anxious, like everyone else. He checked himself and the kids for symptoms, took the necessary precautions, stocked up on medicine, and then he just relaxed for no reason. Humans get used to anything, even mortal danger. All of a sudden, he started saying that the plague will pass over our house. At first, I thought he was just reassuring himself, but he sold all the medicine. Not because he needed the money, we are well provided for even now. My employer is a wealthy man. Yes, this sounds suspicious. I asked him why he was so unconcerned about the plague. Well, not exactly. No point in keeping up appearances. I started moralizing, showing off my humble knowledge of biology, trying to persuade him that the threat persists. This riled him up. You had a fight with your employer? In the heat of the moment, he said that had I not been such an arrogant know-it-all, I could have strolled through the infected quarters that very evening without fear of contagion. Stakuvek implied that he was going to teach me, but I'd proved to be unworthy. Were those his exact words? Strolled through the infected quarters? Dr. Dankovsky, take the children away from his house. I know it's in your power. I have no idea what Stakoviak is up to. I missed my chance to find out, but I'm convinced it's something dangerous. He's risking his own life at best, or at worst. At worst, he's endangering the lives of others, relying on his purported immunity. Stakoviak is a grown man. Stakoviak. I'm going to go with that, Stakoviak, because I'm pretty sure I pronounced that name 4 different ways in the span of, 2 minutes. Stakoviak is a grown man, master of his own life, but there are children in his house. I cannot leave it to chance. If you won't help, I'll bring it up with the military or the Inquisitor. I just thought I should come to you first. You've come to the right person. I'll find out what's going on with your employer. This is in my best interests. Thank you very much. I was counting on your support. In any case, I should examine you first. How long have you been feverish? Feverish is in the heart. Oh, patients with intercurrent diseases. I've heard about your method. Do you think it's possible that I'm not one of them? That I got the sand pest recently and will die in 5 hours like everyone else? Kira, you are my last chance, and the entire town's. If you do not have intercurrent diseases, we won't have a vaccine tomorrow. So if your assistant is mistaken, the town is doomed? This is terrible. Concerning the fever, I've had it since morning. I need to examine you. The sooner the better. We need to make sure that we can make a vaccine with your blood. Heart rate is fine. Just fair skin or a sign of illness after all. Spots the same on her face, it seems. Okay, so she has... Also, no, it should be in the circulatory, which is severe pallor. She has some sort of rash. Right? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Spots, the same as her face, it seems. Okay. Heart rate is fine. Just fair skin or sign of illness after small spots. Very good. Arms. The skin on her hand is inflamed too. The skin on her body, hands, and face all affected by the same thing. She also has eczema, inflammation, skin inflammation. Okay. Arms reverse. Legs. No, nothing there. And nothing here. Okay. Let's have a little conversation. How are the children doing? I don't care if they steal sweets and forget to brush their teeth, as long as nothing worse happens to them. Let's focus on your personal story. May I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. Though I wouldn't want you to waste time on me when you could be helping the children. You have a rash on your face and body. I do not see the face rash, but definitely the body. Is it itchy? When did it appear? Before the epidemic, I think. I have allergies, and the local grasses blossom all at once. Come fall, I'm sure the pollen did it? Didn't you say you arrived 6 months ago? You're spending fall in town for the first time. Cannot know for sure how your body reacts to the blossoming step. Sure, strictly speaking, you are right. I suspect this is an allergy, but I cannot be sure. Your eyes are red. Another allergy? My eyes? I barely slept these past days thinking of a way to save the children. My guess is that's the reason. Have you noticed how pale you are? I'm from the south. Summer never came to this town, or so it seemed to me in comparison with the weather I'm used to. I didn't get any sun, although... No, I cannot tell for sure whether I look paler than normal. Normally, my skin would be tanned. Do you think it's a symptom? Perhaps. It's a shame you cannot be sure. Put a question mark next to it. The last thing I want to do is mislead you, Dr. Dankovsky. I understand how important the vaccine is. That's why I'm trying to remain prudent in my assessments. Are you short of breath, or is this my imagination? I've had this problem since I was young. When I get very anxious, I might have trouble breathing. I read about this. This is a common condition, more psychological than somatic. Am I wrong? You're saying this is a typical reaction? It's not a symptom, I guess. I'm so used to the shortness of breath when I'm nervous that I didn't even pay it attention. Unfortunately, I cannot come to a conclusion. Everything I found may or may not be part of your disease. Had I noticed anything else, I would have told you. Fever was the only thing that was abnormal. What now, you admit defeat? There will be no vaccine tomorrow? No, I'm not giving up. Far from it. I have all the more reason to visit Sokoviak's house now, in addition to your request concerning the children. I'm interested in finding the missing details of the disease pattern. All right, here we go. Take it easy there, little. All right. Let's go see where I can do a little bit of a B&E. All right, so let's go this way. Shut up. Actually, I realized something. And I don't know if this is funny or not, but this is, I believe, one of the first times in a long time that I actually began seeing patients within the same time visiting. Like, the same time I started a day. I think that's very... unusual, but there's a lot of things about this day that have been proving unusual. Gimme.
Once Dankovsky.
Gimme.
Now.
Where's your house?
Fragments of Dankovsky.
Okay, you live very close to Yulia. Oh. Oh, you're just doing that right in the middle of the street, are you? That's a horrifying image. Thank you for that. All right, here we go. Knock, knock. Hello, children. How are you feeling today? Tangerine. Trees have leaves, bees have knees, locks have keys, and dogs have fleas? Also knees. Smew, tangerine, smew, and hairpin. No, repetitions are stupid. That's not how you make rhymes. Fleas. Trees have leaves, bees have knees, locks have keys, and dogs have fleas. It's funny, but insulting. Ew, dogs are clever. They don't have fleas. Kira said the clever ones are going to be just fine. Actually, Kira sent me here. She says hi. Are the grown-ups around? Everyone is grown up except me. I'm the youngest. What do you need the grown-ups for, mister? Perhaps there's no need. Maybe you don't need grown-ups to give me a hint. A hint? Did Kira give you a real challenge? She does that, but still, she is the best. Should we tell him? What if he should know? What if he should know? He is Kira's friend. Tell him right away? No, sirree. Didn't you say that not having adults around was no fun? He is a grown-up. Let's keep him. You keep pets, but I'm not one of your bulls. Bulls have horns. Walk through thorns. Kira taught you to put words together too? That's nice. Bulls and horns. That's a game we haven't played yet. Let's play. When we are done, you will tell me where I can find your grown-ups. I have an idea. Let's play the guessing game. You should guess what our favorite game is right now. If you do, we'll tell you about grown-ups. And if I guess wrong, then you're a dummy and not Kira's friend. Our Kira wouldn't make friends with dummies. Guessing games make me nervous too. What if I'm a wrong guess and everyone sees it? Still, I do play, but first I share my guesses with my doll. She gives me hints. She can give you hints too. She's very kind. You may talk to her. I allow it. You're being difficult, pinprick. Let's give him a hint, just to play fair. Please give me a hint. The answer is not in your head. Take a look around. Don't go upstairs, that's the grown-ups floor. We're not allowed to play there or touch adult things. Downstairs, though, you can search beyond our room. Well, that's one fat hint. Also, share your guess with my doll first. I always guess right when I share. If you are a wrong guess, I won't laugh at you. Kira says, it's okay if you don't know something, but it's not okay if you don't even try to find out. You well spoken. You are lucky to have Kira. I think we're all lucky to have Kira. All right, what do we have? Anything of note? Who's the fifth? An adult? Children mustn't drink from the same dishes as adults. One cup is different from the others. The children have their own dishes. All right. This is... okay. You kids seem to like your bowls a lot. A kind drawing. Maybe I should draw something at the Stillwater. She'll become an artist. Expressionism? I certainly wasn't allowed to keep a ball on the bed. Mine was tidier in childhood. Perhaps that's why I didn't grow up to be the strongest and most agile adult. Should have slept hugging a ball. Honestly, just so that you could probably pick up the freaking pace every once in a while would be good, Daniel. Handbook of all diseases in the world. Red chest eater. Symptoms. Red slime must be spat out. Weakness. Slime devours the patient. Chest torments. Slime fills which should not be filled. Red nose. Slime gets under the skin. Treatment. Children's tea unlikely. Adult tea? Okay. Do you guys like playing doctor? According to the label, the beetles help with headaches. Sokoviak gave the pill box to the children. It's a box of beetles. But where are their thoughts from the box? She probably feels cramped in the city. The steppe would be safer now. This is where Lutok sleeps. I'll take a look at you in just a second. I want to explore the rest of the downstairs first. Nope, this is an exit. All right, but not... okay, so let me go talk to the doll, I suppose. So, doll, will you help me? Remind me, if you would, what I've seen. An impressively meticulous medical journal. The journal is too diligent, definitely not a passing fancy. Frankly, anything is better. I should think of more. A ball, right in the bed, no less. Some incident that occurred that I'm supposed to figure out, but how? Or am I missing something? Other toys, like that charming little bull, for instance? People play with dolls and bowls by making up stories for them. How am I supposed to get to that, pray tell? The answer might lie in the plot of such a story. Their favorite game is playing with their toys. No, I'll think about this more carefully. I think there was something else. There was cute drawings. When you have such an artist among you, maybe the game isn't a game, but a drawing? Or am I overthinking it? Beetles in a medicine box. Or do the beetles symbolize pills? Or is there something else here? Children's cups in the dining room. A lot in this house is arranged for children. An adult cup has found its way among the children's ones. Or am I grasping at straws? Something step-related. I confess I didn't quite understand what. They pride themselves on knowing a special secret game. Is that it? Or have I just gotten used to looking for traces of step everywhere? Time to settle on an answer. Or am I looking in the wrong place, doll? Say like playing with beetles. Alright, let me see. Our guest will play the guessing game, he will. Tell us what our favorite game is right now. Listen, he's Kira's friend, knew her. Kira's always been keen to play with us. Don't worry, mister. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. You have a real treasure, those beetles in a pillbox. This must be your favorite game. Yeah, treasure. It was hard to trap him, Kusher Baiga. We had to squeeze it into a hole between bricks, but we didn't think ahead about getting out. We really enjoyed playing with the beetles. It's almost our favorite game right now, but our number one is a different game, the most important one. You guessed wrong, mister. Wrong. Sorry, I'm what you call a wrong guess. Forgive me, doll of Clementine, for I failed you. Oh no, I can't believe it. The doll didn't help you. Wrong. You're what Clementine calls a wrong guess, and we don't share secrets with wrong guesses, especially important secrets like the grown-ups, like where the grown-ups have gone. I lost the game, but that's because grown-ups generally suck at kids' games. Would you like to teach me your new game, the one I played in the capital? Ha! You cannot bribe us. Secrets are not for sale. Teach me. I want to learn a new game. What? Use the first one. Not sure if you can play this game inside. You need dolls in a sandbox with worms in it. If you spill some water, you'll get this awful sand goo. Someone showed me this game, but I don't remember who it was. A sandbox is cool. We should really play in the sandbox. I feel bad for Kira's friend. He's doing his best. Isn't this what Kira says? Even if you fail on your first try, it's the trying that counts. Let's tell him. That's not fair. Though his game is fun, I admit. Clementine, cast your vote. You get to decide. I wanted to tell him from the start. Mister, our new favorite game is the tea party. We get together in secret like the grown-ups do. Everyone brings their own mug like the grown-ups, and we make very secretive faces. Why is this game your new favorite? The grown-ups play it too, between themselves. They take their mugs and walk away to make secretive faces. The faces are more important than the mugs. If you tell them that we gave away their show, we'll be in trouble, because it's a secret. We found out when we were trapping beetles in a pillbox on the riverbank. The grown-ups were having tea party right by the Gorgon. It's not far from here. Go outside and walk along the bank. I saw the tea party, and Smew and Pinprick wouldn't have taken me beetle hunting too far out. I'm still little. Is this where the grown-ups have gone to now? The riverbank? Where else would they go? We didn't check, but we were quite sure. They drank the tea at the riverbank, pulling secretive faces. Why didn't you tell Kira about this tea party? We showed her. The real tea party, the one we had. We invited her, found a mug for her at the last moment, and showed her everything. Kira's very nice. Sometimes I wonder if she's a girl like myself, only grown up. She's always willing to play with us. We were worried that if we tell her about the grown-ups' tea party, she would join them. We want Kira to play with us. I see. Kira did not solve your puzzle. Tell me, children, who is Mr. Stokoviak to you? Your father? Uncle? Neighbor? He's Savka's father. Savka plays doctor. He'll be the death of us. Savka got in big trouble for our tea party. We forgot to put away the mugs, and his dad saw them. Too bad for Savka. Why isn't Savka here? Is he punished? I haven't seen him in the house. The grown-ups are gone. You can't punish him. He's probably somewhere upstairs in the grown-ups' rooms. Look carefully. He's stealthy. I won't tell the adults that you gave away their secret. I can always say I chanced upon them while trapping beetles. All right, fellow doctor. Give. Doctor! Yeah, you're not very secretive there, kid. What is this? How attached they are. Kira, we love you. You're chicks. Aw. Hello, colleague. I'm Savka. I'm also a doctor. No, wait. I'm the doctor. And you're a doctor also. Nice to meet you, colleague. What's your profile? Surgery? Therapy? Neurology? Perhaps we are in luck and you are an epidemiologist? You doubt me? You shouldn't. I performed a highly complex surgery, removing a splinter from Pinprick's palm. With no anesthesia. He was swearing and hitting me on the head with his free hand. What kind of work environment is that? You get irritated at patients less like I do. A real doctor. Bravo, I'm not as good at surgery. I'm a highly candified specialist. What's your question? Do you seek advice on a difficult case, or are you sick yourself? Hold on a moment. Turn to the light. I wish to consult with you. I don't want to know my diagnosis just yet. Too bad. You and I understand better than anyone that we must face diagnosis bravely. That's the old-fashioned way of saying, I'm sure. But alas, you're not ready yet. Actually, I have news from Kira. She is ill. Did you observe any symptoms, colleague? Of course I did. Kira has allogrow with this diagnose. Skilldroid says, this kid's quite the medical professional. He's doing his best. I've met worse. A rash appears on her skin as fast as a pianist strikes the keys. Kira has allogrow. With this diagnose, a rash appears on her skin as fast as a pianist strikes the keys. Okay, so the rash is nothing. Neither is the eczema. Kira let me conduct an experiment to touch her skin with some pollen. It was a sight to see. A bright red spot. You know these symptom, colleague? You saw with your own eyes that Kira gets a rash on her skin from contact with pollen? Thank you, this is valuable information. I'm sure Kira will be fine. I told her to stay away from pollen. Doctor's orders. Kira was more worried about your father than about herself. Oh, she also noticed that he was sick? And she told you? Yes. Dad will be mad if he finds out you know. He got mad at me when I came to examine him. No support from my doctoral career. That's why I sneaked into his room while he was gone. I'm looking for indirect signs. I see what you're doing, kid. You're doing your best, and I appreciate it. What are the indirect signs? What do they point to? To the fact that Dad's diagnose is worse than Kira's. He had a fever and a headache. These are the rec signs. Okay, so let's just put that down for you. Fever and a headache. However, the indirect signs told me he's recovering, spitting out the chest eater. What do you mean? I don't know this disease. It must be very rare. I described the chest eater while observing my father. The chest eater makes its home in the chest and eats it. If you spit out the red liquid, the chest eater will come out in this manner. I saw it once, but I searched dad rooms. Okay, so there seems to be... Is there such a drinking from a dirty cup, the acute face hurts, fever, muscle weakness, brain sensation, marked by headaches and bursting pain in the chest as the juice... Okay, so it's possible. Is there any chest pain? So what's the difference between these two? The severe pallor, which... I'll knock that out. But measles, headache, red eyes, and fever. Yeah, I can knock out the red eyes because that was something that I observed, and it's because she said that she was... something. Chest pain? I'm gonna hold off for that. Let's put on chest pain for now. Red liquid, a fever, and a headache. It all adds up. Kira's also running a fever today. Do you think she has a chest eater as well? I hope not. One chest eater per household is more than enough. But if it's the chest eater, indeed, I'll tell her to spit it out. I will, trust me. And did you touch those rugs? Do you know that the chest eater might lodge inside you? Don't worry. Sanitation is a doctor's first priority. One last thing. Your friends told me that your father was mad with you. Was it because of the tea party or because you tried to examine him? Both, I think. Isn't it annoying when personal matters interfere with the professional? Father could have let me examine him, had it not been the mug. We needed a mug for Kira. We couldn't have asked her to bring her own. That would have ruined the surprise. So I took my dad's, even though it was not allowed. Not allowed? It's just a mug, isn't it? It was allowed before. Then Dad said that children should not use grown-up stuff, especially mugs, and I forgot. I was so glad that Kira was joining our tea party that I took Dad's mug. Now he barely talks to me. Of all the recent happenings, I would like you to remember the part you played saving the city from the sand pest, colleague. Thank you very much. All right, so we seem to have some symptoms here. Nothing here. Said something about rugs? Anyway, I need to go and visit down by the water, down by the old main drag. Okay. All right. So let me go. Oh, I might actually be butting up against the clock here. Oh, you're on the far side of town. Okay. That's fine. At least as long as you stay within... Where the hell am I? Okay, make a right here. Alrighty. Give.
I'd rather not hear this.
Alright, I already cracked that mirror. We have plenty, I believe. Everything's cool, guys. You don't need to murder anybody today or tomorrow or any day as long as I'm still here. Alright. How many... I do think I have a lot of calomel. Is there also a trader in here? There is not. Alright. Yes. I have no mind, like, keeping my mania as high as I can, because whenever it falls down to, like, depression, that's when my amalgam goes, and that's when the real issues begin. Alright. Okay, here we are. Okay, right here is where the tea party happens, yes? Am I too late for the tea party? Penguin Pizza Pie says, good analysis from just a kid, a plus. And Skilljoy says, I think this day went great. No, it's Skilljoy. Shut up. Just because, like, you know, I'm diagnosing patients like I usually do, doesn't mean that I've forgotten the horrors. What the hell? Surface Cures is up to something suspicious by the river. Okay. I am by the river, in the roughly the place where it was marked on my map. Does that mean I need to explore the river from all sorts of different angles? What do we got? What are you trying to tell me? Got boats here. I think this is blocked off, is it not? Yes, it is. All right. So what I'm going to do then, Skilljoy clarifies, I mean, all things considered, not actually that bad. I don't know. The good news is, kids smoking amalgam. Yeah. Penguin Pizza Pie says the kid is smoking amalgam. That's how you get your smarts, kids. You smoke that liquid time. I mean, I'm glad I'm able to distract myself with a case, but I'm still very much upset about today's happenings. And I know that, like, you know, this day is wrapping up. I'm really desperately hoping I get to speak with Eva tonight. But I doubt it. And where the heck are these? Oh, wait, no. Are you guys the tea partiers? I think you are. Yes, you are. Drink. Drink to the last drop. Let the water in. Give into it. Praise it. And because water alone supports life amidst death, drink, and your fears will go away forever. I have no fear, none at all. I partook of the water last night and will do it again today. My husband won't come to the Gorkin, though. I tried everything, but he's as stubborn as a mule. Every man and woman should choose for themselves, face their fears, prove to themselves that they have reached enlightenment. Drink up. Have no fear. Are you sure that the water from the Gorkin prevents the plague? How did you arrive to this conclusion? Blessed are the enlightened ones. Others have perished from the plague, but we walk this land, for we have partaken of the waters. Should I pour some into his soup? My husband's, I mean. Or is it profanation and you need a ritual? Soup? You are a raven, woman. Soup cannot save a human soul, but chicken soup. Chicken soup can. I'm looking for a man named Stakoviak. I have some business with him. I am Stakoviak. However, I shall not conduct any business with you until you partake in our sacrament. In your current state, you are deaf and blind. You're wandering in the dark. Drink up and see the light. Are you out of their mind? I'm a doctor. I know the consequences all too well. Of course I won't do it. This is a layman's distrust in healing properties. Listen carefully, Stakoviak. I'm a doctor, Daniil Dankovsky. One of my patients, Kira, the tutor you hired for the children, informed me of your suspicious behavior. We shall not tolerate slander. How is a man seeking salvation and offering a helping hand to others suspicious? I'm not talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to him. Stakoviak, answer me. Did you involve your family members in these dubious practices? What about Kira, the children? Did you give them river water to drink? This constitutes attempted murder, you know. Have pity, Dr. Dankovsky. I never wanted to harm anybody. The children are not allowed to use grown-ups' dishes. Never, ever. And they always listened, always obeyed. The children are too frail for the water trial. I'm not here to listen to excuses. Give me the facts, now. I got fresh water from the water carriers for the children. I swear I do. On some occasions, the water carriers did not have enough for our household. I gave the water to the children, down to the last drop. As I was walking, miserable and thirsty, I thought, what's wrong with the Gorkin? So I drank from the river and was enlightened. Your son saw you coughing out blood. This could be a grave sign. You are dying, Stakoviak. Probably not from the plague, but you are dying nonetheless. This is not true. It is true. If you and Kira have the same diagnose, she is yet to develop this terrible symptom, I'm afraid. Pray that it doesn't manifest in the children. But water from the river works. It safeguards us from the plague. What can be worse than the plague? Were you planning to infect Kira? Bring her down here? Force her to drink from the river? I'm not forcing anyone. Enlightenment should not be compulsive. I was going to induct Kira, but she is very bright, but too arrogant for her own good. The tutor tried to dish our a life lesson. Oh, tried to dish out a life lesson. We have no place for her. Such arrogant people fail the trial. Nevertheless, I observe similar symptoms. You are extremely pale, just like Kira. Okay, paleness is going back onto the table. And her redness around your nose, Kira attributed it to allergy, but you? This can't be true. Even if I have a disease, like you say, why would Kira have it? We haven't spoken since that fight. Okay, so she also has... So the redness is still a thing, and that kind of blows up my whole spot here. Redness around the nose is a symptom? There. So far, we're leaning more towards... Well, I'm getting rid of chest pain, because nobody said chest pain. Severe pallor. Sometimes disease caused by Yersinia pestis, transmitted direct contact with the mucous membranes, drinking from a dirty cup. Okay, we're getting close. So far, I'm feeling about this. Your followers have mugs, but you don't. Where's yours? Mine was desecrated. I drank from my hands now. The children took my mug for their games and gave it to Kira. This is not how you treat a sacred vessel. Ironically, you're right about certain points. Some infections can be transferred via plates and mugs. This explains a lot. What infections are you talking about? Anyone who passed the water trial can forget about the plague for good. Look at Falcon. He strolled through the infected quarters and took his things from his boarded-up house. He's right as rain. Well, Stakoviak, this does not bide well for you. I'll report your little sect. The children will be moved to a safe location. Kira, I hope, might still recover. You're endangering all these people with your preaching. Did it occur to you that this is your fault? Yours, Doctor. Sure, I drank water from the Gorkin, but when it all began, I trusted in science. I bought all that medication, yet soon it became clear that whoever walked into your hospital will never be seen again. I'm not here to be scolded by a criminal. Just think how many people you've infected with river water. Something's missing? What do you mean? I spoke with the patients by the riverbank, but the information from them might not be right, and I'm unlikely to learn more. I don't know. Feeling pretty good about saying acute bronchiopathy. I mean, the risk groups, people in crowded, comes from, it says here, drinking from a dirty cup, smoking a pipe, or rinsing eyes with contaminated water. I'm willing to lock that in. I have limited time, but let me see if I can go talk to the kids again. I don't know if that's going to waste my time. Where am I? Okay, I'm going to go back to the Hospital and see if I can talk to Kira one more time before it gets too long, because I think I only have 30 in-game minutes left. Okay, here we go. Let me go back to the hospital. Nope. Okay, we're good. Still good. Still good. What the? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Excuse me. Yes, I can talk to you. Okay. You. How are the children doing along? Oh, yes, that's fine. I visited the children, Kira. They're doing well. At least they don't look sick. They miss you and invent new games. Thank you, Dr. Dankovsky. Will you help them? You asked me to remove the children from the Stakoviak's house. Suppose I can do this, but who would take them in? It would make this easier if you named some trusty guardians in town. I need to think. Do I have time? These are children we're talking about. I wouldn't want them to go to an obscurant family. They need proper education and manners. When you come up with a list, tell my assistant, who doesn't need extra work now. On the other hand, writing letters and issuing requests is easier than treating patients. He insists on helping anyway. Yeah, give the list to my assistant. Very well, I understand. I should give Little a list of potential guardians, and he will contact them. What about Stakoviak? Did you manage to find out what his problem is? Is he really dangerous, or did I imagine things? Since you're willing to move the children, I expect the former. No, you didn't imagine things. Savka saw his father coughing out blood. Still, the man wouldn't seek help. This is grounds enough to remove the children from his house. I see. This sounds terrible. Do whatever you want with your own life, but not the children's. Thank you for being so vigilant. Now await your diagnoses. Anything else I can talk to you about while I'm here? Okay. All right. So I am going to put you down for acute bronchiopathy because so far everything seems to line up. And I hope for the best. Okay. All right, later, nerds. Except for you, Little. Okay. Hi. Number 78, reporting for duty. Waiting for your instructions, Commander Dankovsky. Please, I'm no commander. State your business, number 2078. Please relax, you're not in the military. Routine inspection of the municipal hospital. Orders of a superior officer, but it's already done, Commander Dankovsky. I'm executing the at-ease command, establishing connections with the medical personnel. Establish what you want, just to distract number 78 from his duties. Dr. Dankovsky, a question. I'm planning my shift now. Do you have a diagnosis for patient Kira, the teacher? Should we look for other patients with the same disease, or was it a false alarm? Let's search for them. Can you give me a list of symptoms, or is it too early to ask for it? I have a job for you, number 78. Find a group of people with tea mugs on the banks of the Gorkin and the Chine and bring them here. Just make sure it's not morphinists. There are all kinds of people hanging about. Take samples and check for the plague. Chances are their blood serum is what we need. Can you show me the location on the map? I'll get what you asked for. Commander, I mean Dr. Dankovsky, should the military assist in the transportation of the potentially infected? No, my good man, this is not a job for the military. The hospital personnel will manage. Okay, good. What now? End of investigations. There's nothing more I can do. Great, going to the river. Bedlam. Seems the time the bull attends to destroy the hide. No. Where'd he go? The bull left me for places inaccessible to people. A paper figure, that's all will remind me of him. The research was a dead end from science from the start. At least it became a ladder for the bull's spiritual path. Great, good. I have allowed the cow to achieve enlightenment. That's a victory, I suppose. Seems that we are at the end of the day. And I hope Eva's here.
Now, scene 13. Nina the Dreadful. Keep up the tempo. Simon and Nina, come now. Enter Nina. Simon stands in her way. Start from this line. What have you done, Nina?
No, I'll make my own lines, Nina. I know that you could not have been any different. Your gifts were immeasurable. You could bend matter. You breathed life into things. You longed for a breakthrough, yet discernment and wisdom were not your strong suits. You tore laws asunder, but the only thing one may truly tear apart is oneself. What have you done, Nina?
Okay, so... Now, call me cynical, but I'm starting to believe that Simon got rid of his daughter, Nina, because she would have ruined his plans, is my guess. Yes! Good. I got them all right. Excellent stuff. Vaccinate the population with the emergency command drug. So I guess she really is gone today. That's fine. I'll find her. All right. Can all of this stuff... All right. What we're going to do is, and I don't want to rest until we figure this out, so I'm going to go back into day 9 and talk with Eva. This is all fine. What? I can't remember. Nothing's clear. Did he fall? Killed by a rider? No, this is all fine. Wow, day 9 was jam-packed with stuff. Doesn't matter. None of you are Yulia. No, none of you are Eva. Can I actually do tomorrow's? I can. Okay. Change decree. Perfect. Protocol 10 reduces it down by quite a bit, so the plague is not an issue there, but it is the riots. Oh no. I think I know what I have to do. No. No, you're not there. Why couldn't I change this? I knew it. I knew it. I knew I couldn't fix this. You know that to defeat your enemy, you must look him in the face, right? Lift your visor and look him straight in the eye, if you're a knight. This is what Simon told Eva, and she listened. She did not doubt a single word. Where is Eva? Today she should be alive. Poor Eva, her romantic guest, destined to take the step, the one step that transcends everything, was too hesitant. She decided to set an example. What are you talking about? She climbed high. Not on the polyhedron, she thought it inappropriate, because the polyhedron was not created for her. She climbed high on the cathedral which stood forgotten, and stepped into the embrace of the wind. Please no. Have you not figured out yet that she is not like everyone else? She is not a thread in the tapestry of events. She is the axis that binds them. You got used to shuffling around cause and effect, but it doesn't work with her. Are you saying I cannot save her by changing the events of the past? What if I said yes? What if you found out that you have no power over Eva? What would you do? I want her to be alive. She may hate me, drive me away, slap my face, but let her be alive. If there is a way to save Eva, you shouldn't be looking for it in the past. You cannot simply rewrite her actions. You'll have to experience them, witness them. Then I'll go back to day 10. I was planning on doing it anyway. But there is one more... Hold on. Lara must be dissuaded from murder. It can lead on... Okay, so let me go... I have a feeling that if I go to see Lara, I don't think I'm going to be able to dissuade her, because based on what I understand of how this game works, or like the themes it's trying to tell me, I may have to let Clara kill Lara. Oh, this game is a never-ending punch to the vittles. All right. Okay. You know what? No. Maybe on date... No. Maybe I can... Oh, sorry. Hi. No, don't you dare. I am not in the mood. Lara.
Worst of all, a coward. Always was a coward. How I hate it.
You. What an unexpected visit. I don't know what you're conceiving of, and I've come to say this. Don't. Block's murder won't do any good to anyone. How do you... What is it you're saying? What is this murder you're talking of? Tomorrow morning, you'll insert a bullet into your 2-shot debutante, come to the town hall, and shoot General Block dead. That's absurd. Why would I do that? Revenge for your father. Am I... Oh, please don't tell me I'm incepting this idea into Lara's head. Because if that's the case, I'm going to be very upset. Grief is a heavy burden, and a very dangerous one, too. If you can't cope with your grief, it will kill you. And Block will die with you, and the whole town, too. Is that what you want? How do you... Looks like I'm going crazy. What's going on? How did you get this idea? It doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm right. And I've come to warn you, don't do that. Blocks and murder won't do any good to anyone, only harm. I've never told anyone. I was even afraid to admit it to myself. I was afraid that if I thought of it, people could hear my thoughts. So loud they were, these thoughts, so heavy. Let's say it was fate. I've come to give you a chance to stay your hand from doing something abysmal. You must decide who's more important to you, the dead or the living. Are you really prepared to exchange your whole life for one shot? I'll think of it. Maybe you're right. I promise you to think of it. But for now, please, just leave. I want to be alone. All right. Is there anything else I can do for today? No. All right, dear viewer, I know... okay, I'm going back to day 10. I need to see if I can do something about Eva. What do we have? What do we have? Doubt. I no longer know what to believe or what to do. George is alive. He and I have one more conversation ahead. The mirrors aren't just, yes, that's fine. This is the diagnosis of the last patient. This is the bull. This is all the diagnoses correct. Eva took her own life. There's only one to fix this. Let me break that. I'm definitely breaking that. Eva claimed there was no death. It seems she truly believed it. All right. Let me... She should still be here. No, wait, she shouldn't. But maybe... Okay, loot. Okay. She should be at the church. Why are you here? No. There's a... Mr. Doctor, I'm looking for you again. Come to the hospital. They're calling for you. Who's calling for me? My brother Yashka, I mean Yakov. A very important man, almost like you, except he's ours, local. You're Little's brother. I am Little. Best last name there is, right? Everyone's puffing up, making a very clever nicknames. We had ours right from the start, me and Yashka. I mean, Yakov. Oops. So you saw Yakov today? Well then, go see him again, right at the hospital. I'll allow it. Today, there isn't much work. There's just time. There's time to talk. Who knows when we'll get to again. How kind of you. How kind you are. Suspicious. Have to go to the hospital. There's something there, something terribly scientific. Can something scientific be urgent? I always thought science was about gathering dust on shelves, and yet Yashka, my brother, says it's urgent. Thank you. To you and your brother. She might be alive on day 11. She doesn't exist through time in the normal sense. Maybe she went back in time to prove a point that yes. Yes, that has to be it. That has to be the lesson she's trying to teach me. That she'll be here on day 11. Little, I thought I already diagnosed you today. Dying Little wishes to see me. He understood something important.
She is a quack, but her hands do ease the pain. The girl Clara.
Doctor, this is probably bold of me, but I think I understand everything now about the plague. Tell me. It's all thanks to your work, Doctor. I just put two and two together once enough data piled up. Don't be modest. We struggled and struggled. Why is the plague so unbeatable? What's the trick? Why does it change so quickly? Why does yesterday's vaccine stop working by today? Skill says, or the lesson is you can't save everyone. I refuse to believe that's the lesson from Eva. I believe that she exists out of time, that her lessons with Simon showed her something. She even said it to herself that she believes that death does not exist, but I don't... There's a part of me that believes that I'm going to see her on day 11. If I don't see her on day 11, I'm going to go back in time and try to fix everything. Or maybe, Skill, ultimately you're right, and it is all inevitable. Let's focus on Little. Because it warns itself, it talks to itself. What? Say we've got 2 patients with the plague. We tried to treat one and we didn't treat the other. Then they meet, here in the hospital, for instance. They breathe on each other, they cough. So the 2 plagues meet each other. One strain already knows how we're trying to kill it, and warns the other strain not to fall for our tricks. And the second one, you see, it grows smarter. Skill says it's possible, or her enemy is death, and she has to face that. This game is ripe for discussion. Undoubtedly so. These are your observations from real patients in the hospital? I've seen it, Doctor, and you've seen it, literally every day. While you were gone, I checked the logs, who came in when, which bed they were assigned to, who their neighbors were. You can see it all in the logs. I think one day you'll even be able to see it, years from now, when the tools are more powerful. There's something that is responsible for this, some parts, organs, whatever the proper word is. If the plague is truly able to trade information, to learn, that explains a great deal, and this is terrifying. You'll brush me off, I know, but some patients swear they hear it speaking. Not a single voice, but many, like a choir. I thought it was feverish delirium myself, too, but that delirium is what made me check the journals. How the plague shifts from patient to patient, whether there's a pattern to it. So it adapts, it develops, it learns to survive, it races us, and it's always ahead. I wrote down everything I could in my own words. I can't do it like a scholar, but it's more important not to lose the logs, the patient charts. Without them, it's all just words. You'll keep our paperwork in order, won't you? When I can't do it anymore? Yeah, Little, I forgot about that. Yakov, you can't imagine how sorry I am that you won't live to see your triumph, your portrait in textbooks. Oh, stop it, Doctor. What portrait? What matters is that this knowledge is useful to someone. Let fewer people die, if not here, then at least in the future. I don't need anything else. You're the real scientist, not me, no matter the academic degrees. Maybe you should leave? What? Take the discovery to the capital while it's not too late, before you perish here yourself. We both understand. The town is on the brink. It can't be saved now. Individual people maybe. All of them together? Hardly. But in the capital, there you can ensure what happened to us won't repeat elsewhere. I'm not leaving. Not now, no. Yeah, let's,
Tired of this noise.
Okay. One more stop. Just one more stop, dear viewer, and then we'll conclude day 10. We need to go to the town hall. Don't touch me.
So vibrant.
I really burned through these, didn't I? Nope, still dead. Are you the orderly? Why have they only sent one? I asked for at least 2. Strange. Everything looks exactly the same as last time. What last time? What are you talking about? Never mind. The murderer is in the cell in the basement now, am I right? That's right. Wait, stop. And who are you, huh? Coming here sniffing around. I'm Daniil and Simon. I'm in charge of the hospital in the emergency command. Oh, it's you. Sorry for not recognizing you. Means you'll be rich, as the old saying goes. I knew it. I knew this was the case. Who's there? I can hear you standing behind the door, breathing. It's Stankovsky. Oh, it's you. I expected you to come. I thought about our talk a lot, really a great deal. I thought I would be able to overcome my anger, but the anger was stronger. Was there any way at all to prevent the murder? That's all I can think about now. Don't blame yourself, Dankovsky. You've done all you could. After your visit yesterday, I stayed awake all night, weighing everything, deciding. I thought I could forgive Block, but when I saw him, it was like I never thought there could be so much anger in a person. What am I to do with you now? How do I protect you from yourself? What can you do? It's all over. It might sound wild, but I actually feel better now, for the first time in a long while. I no longer have this horrible weight upon my chest. I should have told Block you were in town. He'd take measures and you wouldn't have been able to kill him. Perhaps. Perhaps that could have helped. But it's too late now. It's done. You can't turn back time. We'll see about that. You were right. You were right all along. And I hate that. But maybe you do know things that I don't. And yet here we are. Yeah. This is just the beginning, medical man. General Block is dead, and tomorrow death will conquer the whole town, and this is all you're doing. I want you to remember that at every waking moment, it was not Lara who killed Block. It was you who killed him by locking me here, and tomorrow you shall kill the whole town. To be honest, Clara, I'm beginning to think that you might have been right. Maybe I shouldn't have intervened. Looks like I'm only making things worse. What's this I'm hearing? The stubborn medical man is actually capable of admitting his mistakes? You're not that hopeless, then. But you're suggesting I exchange the life of one person for the lives of many. I don't like this dilemma. People die every day. Why are you worrying about Lara in particular like that? I don't know. Her death from your touch just feels unfair to me. Death is always fair. There's nothing more fair than death. It was necessary. Lara must die so we can live. Such are the terms. I feel sick admitting this, but it looks like you're right. Tried influencing Lara. What did I get? She killed anyway. And on that note, dear viewer, we're going to end the session here. A lot of stuff happened. None of it very fun. Well, let's recount the positives. I defeated the Shabnak, and I developed the cure for the vaccine. Let's tally up all the crappy things that happened on day 10. Eva tried to teach me a lesson about how to view death, at least in this universe. And there's a part of me that's still hoping that once I go back in time, I'll get to that in a minute, but once I proceed to day 11, she'll be there. To show me that, you know, death isn't an end-all be-all, especially not in this town under these circumstances. At least that's what I'm desperately hoping. I mean, even the Shade itself said that going into the past won't help. It's going into the future that will. So that leads me to believe that, I don't know, Simon imparted some wisdom onto Eva that makes her deathless. That's, I mean, you gotta cling on to every little bit of hope in such a hopeless time. And speaking of hopelessness, Yakov Little, my medical assistant, has contracted the sand plague and will not be with us after day 10. and I teased him a lot, but he was a very diligent, hard-working person, you know. Skilljoy says day 11 and 12 is where everything comes up aces. I don't know. I feel like we're going to experience more loss than what to expect. And speaking of which, I am going to have to allow the loss of Lara, because I cannot even proceed to day 11 because that's when the riots break out and the town will eat itself. So in order for us to see tomorrow, we need to go back and make sure that Lara doesn't fulfill her vengeance. I had a lurking suspicion that, you know, despite the fact that I talked to her about it, tried to convince her otherwise, I knew that I had to allow for her death, for the sake of everyone. And that's going to be something else that I have to tally up on the list. Overall, day 10, one of the suckier days, not going to lie. So in the next session, what we're going to do is we're going to go back, I believe it's day 8, and I'm going to undo telling Saburov. I have to go back to the mind journal and see when I tell Saburov to, no, not, or it's when I go tell Karminsky to jail Clara. Break that, proceed through the day. Oreo, welcome. You're welcome for the stream. I'm glad to see you again. I do hope you enjoyed it. I'm sad that it wasn't a very happy one, but I don't think this is one of those games where this is not, oh geez, I'm trying to think of one. This is not like Katamari Damacy, where everything is very silly and fun. This is exactly the game it was meant to be, you know? And I think right now it's teaching us a lot about loss and the inevitability of it, and willpower and survival. You know, you have these people in your life, you know, and sometimes they can be, you know, brief glimpses into something wonderful, and sometimes it's lost. And this game, although be it extreme, tells us that, you know, not, well, one, to cherish what you have, and just because, and sometimes things are fated to be the way that they are because that's sometimes the best possible outcome, and you should be happy for the memories that you had with those people and cherish them thoroughly. Oreo says the Pathologic series is notoriously mean. Yeah, I'm telling you, Oreo, I feel like emotionally I just went 10 rounds. Oh, well, actually, it's going to be 12 rounds with a very practiced heavyweight hitter, emotionally speaking. But it's all right, because regardless of the losses that we have on the way, we still need to press on for them. And we still need to keep on fighting, not just for them, but for ourselves. We must take up their mantle, you know, and press on and do the best that we can for the health and happiness of others, regardless of the pain that we feel. You know, dear viewer, there is there was a speech, actually. Sorry, this is the part where you hear me wax philosophical at the end of a session, but you know this. There's a speech in, of all places, Doctor Who, said by Peter Capaldi about the purpose of war. And in that speech, he says, shall I tell you what to do with that pain? Shall I tell you where to put it? You hold it tight and grasp it so tight that it burns your hand, and you say this: never will anyone have to ever feel this pain, not on my watch. And that's true, not only just a personal philosophy that I've had, because I mean, you know, dear viewer, we live, we're going to get scrapes at some time. It's just true. And the best philosophy that you can at that point is to do what you can to make sure that other people don't feel the pain that you feel. Just be there for each other, because in this world, in this universe, even in this game, the reason why I'm fighting so hard for all these digital dummies is because in this world, all we have is each other. And no matter what successes, materials, or everything like that you may have, there is no better way to savor life than to be a shoulder for those of others. You can be happy on your own, but oftentimes it's better to see the smile on somebody else's face, because sometimes being that person that can put a smile on somebody else is the exact thing that will heal something in you. And you won't even know it, but it will heal. All right, that's enough of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to go so far. It's been a very emotional episode. But, when you're faced with loss, the only thing that you can try to do is find strength and hope where you can and keep moving on. Skilljoy says, Katamari Damacy is a critique of capitalism and consumerism. It's really depressing. And that I'm not singing the theme song, although I want to. Maybe after this series is over, I'll do a little bit of one-offs and just play play the Happy Puppy game. The only thing that you have to worry about is getting too many cuddles. I don't know if a game like that exists. Maybe Nintendogs? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to swing that on this channel. Anyway, dear viewer, thank you so much for today's session. I hope it was entertaining. Skill says, keep your chin up, we got this. And speaking of skill, the next time, dear viewer, that we'll be playing Reanimal on Sunday at 7 p.m. and our good dear friend Skilljoy will be there as we also play another uplifting game where we are just orphans of war trying to survive a hellscape. Also incredibly uplifting. Skill also recommends Barbie Dream Horse Racing, which you know what? Maybe I need to feel some sort of simple cuddliness in my heart right now. So, as always, dear viewer, if you enjoyed today's session, feel free to subscribe so that you can always find your way back home. Hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you have a wonderful week. And just as always, I appreciate you. I'm not sure if you hear that enough in your day, and I hope that you do, but at least for me, I think you're doing great, and I'm glad you're here. All right, everyone. Have an excellent night, an excellent weekend. We will see you on Sunday. And everyone, bye-bye.